Hey there, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and we are going to be working on a project for me. Well, not actually for me, for my husband more than anything else. He has this little side table beside his chair. It houses, this top comes off. It houses his glasses, his coffee cups, his food plate. It houses everything. His iPad. This is his thing. Now, this, so you can see, painted in dark charcoal and gold. Look at the gold worn off on this one. So we are going to repaint. I'm not going to bother to stencil anything because the tray is always on there. But I am going to paint everything in cast iron. But we're going to try something different here. I'm not going to stencil this time. And I'm thinking he gooks everything up. So I want something that's going to be really washable and really durable. So I have a couple of thoughts. What I'm going to do is get everything painted in a couple of coats of cast iron so it's nice and clean, and it's all ready to go. And then, but I'm going to paint the inside of this with casement, which is a white by Fusion as well. So I'm using all Fusion. I want a nice durable paint. Once I get everything painted, then we'll come back for some of the fun stuff that we're doing, but I'm taking advantage of this having a lip. Okay, I had thought we'd come in first thing this morning and be able to do some resin on this, but we're gonna add some color on this, but the white is gonna show. And I'm just thinking that this is gonna be too stark a base. And again, I'm doing it for me, so we're gonna be adding blues, but yeah, this is too stark. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Golden Ticket by DIY, which is a liquid patina, and it's quite translucent, so it's not a paint, right? So it's a liquid patina, and we're still gonna have that light base, but it's not going to be that stark white color. And already I'm looking at this thinking this was a good decision. So I'm going to get this painted on. I'm going to push it around a lot so that it's very light coverage and even coverage. I'm not going to be worried about edgings because after I do the resin, I'm going to go back in with some of our dark cast iron, and I'll clean up the edging around wherever the resin doesn't go. But this is going to be a better base. I think it's not going to be such a stark contrast. And sometimes I have to sleep on these things and I wake up in the middle of the night going, oh yeah, that's what was bothering me. So often I find that just that overnight where my brain still works while I'm sleeping just helps out sometimes when I'm having an issue or I have a question about one of the projects, and it just lets me, I don't know, brain is a miraculous thing. It just kind of comes up with solutions for me. So perfect. All right, much better. It's a base. We're going to be adding color over this. This isn't going to take long to dry. So I'm thinking I'm going to go and mix up some 2-part epoxy resin. So equal parts, mixing them up. I need a fair bit, I think, and we'll go from there. Because I've added the gold, I'm going to clean up these handles with gold as well. So we'll make it all work together. And once I see how much gold shows through, and maybe I add some gold even with what we're doing, then I may go and add a little bit of gold to the table base. I don't know, we'll see, playing it by ear. All right, my resin is mixed up. It goes very cloudy and streaky, and then it becomes clear again. So I am going to start by pouring a bunch of it into the middle. Oh, I'm just thinking, there was one other thing I needed. So while this is spreading, I'm gonna go get it. I'm not sure if I'll use the mica powder, but I wanted to get it out just in case. So this I would like to flow out a little bit more to the edges. So I'm just gonna help it. I wasn't sure how much of the resin I was going to need, so I always like to make a little bit more than I think, just because I can always use it, pour it into molds and use it for something else. Now, this is also where you can see maybe edging wise, I'm not up there, but I can fix that after my project is done. Just got a little bit of a resin drip on the edge here. So I can fix that with more of the paint and things later rather than agonizing ahead of time, because it'll easily wipe off of the resin. So my thinking is this, what I want to do is add some alcohol inks. Now I do have an air blower to help move the inks around, so that'll make a bit of noise, but I'm just going to kind of have fun. And I've got a number of different blues. I've got some T-Rex colors, some pinata colors. I think I have, and I've got Ranger colors. So I'm just mixing and matching. All right, this one is a T-Rex color, which is an island teal. And I'm gonna add a little bit of, what's this, monsoon, which is a little bit more of a blue gray, because I don't want it to be so blue. And before I start mixing, yeah, I love that color. Okay, let me add maybe a little bit of lemongrass, just a little bit of green in there. Here and there. Now, because this is with resin, it's going to move completely differently than when we do the alcohol inks on the paper, right? You're going to have some similarities, but it is going to be a little bit different. Okay, maybe this is a pinata color, which is Dijon. I love when it opens up like that, right? I don't want tons of that. Seems to be very similar to the lemongrass. So I'm going to start moving this a little bit now. And I'm kind of moving it away from the edges, going from there just because I don't want it spattering way up. But we will get this starting to flow back. And when I leave it to dry, I'm going to look for some place that maybe is a little bit more even, a little bit more flat. Okay, so I do know that I love this monsoon color, so I'm going to add a little bit more of that in a couple of places. It's a little bit more of the mead blue. And at this point, I think I'd like to add a little bit of the gold. So you can see what I meant about that white. This is already kind of a brighter background, but that soft gold is actually a much nicer. Oh, maybe this is plugged. Okay, switch to a different gold. And let's add a little bit of this in. And the metallics work very differently. And they sit a lot more up on the surface of things. So you can kind of see this spreading out. So we're going to want to move that around a bit. All right, let's give that a little bit of a blow so we don't have things so circular. And maybe what I might do is grab a little stick and start to swirl things around a little bit more. Again, it will keep flowing. I really like that in there, so I'm hoping some of that stays. But this will keep flowing and the alcohols are still going to keep moving. And you just play now. And when it's done for you, leave it to dry overnight. While our resin is drying, I need to gussy up these handles a little bit. So what I am going to do is take them to the back, give them a good spray with, this is the satin bronze Rust-Oleum metallic, and we're going to let that dry. If it still needs another little hit of gold, I'll touch it up with this, which is Golden Ticket by DIY, but it should be okay. I shouldn't need anything else, but it depends if I like this color or not. If not, then I have some other golds on the shelf and we'll go with that direction. But, you know, now that we added some gold into that resin and stuff, these need to look a little better than they do. Okay, this is our finished tabletop. We've got the little gold handles on there now, and it echoes out the gold that we added in with those swirls running through there. I'm really happy that instead of that stark white background, we've got that pale gold, not a solid gold. It's kind of translucent, so you can see here that we've got those little shimmers of gold coming through. But this is where we would have had that stark white. And I think that the contrast for this would have been a little too stark, right? It would have been a little bit too much. This just kind of echoes it through nicely and it all kind of works together. I am in love with how this turned out. I love the different colors together. I love the swirling. Definitely looks better than I even hoped for. We had painted out around just to finish off those edgings. So where I had some of the gold coming up or I hadn't got the white as low to the table as I needed, it worked out perfect to be able to add that extra little gold rim last, because I could wipe it away easily if I got any onto the resin tabletop. The cute thing about this is that this fits directly onto the base. So much easier to be able to clean if you need to. You can certainly use it as a tray if you needed to, although I don't think that we ever had. And I gotta tell you, I'm in love with this, guys. So hopefully my husband feels the same way. If he's not happy with it, well, I'm not replacing the table. So I'm not sure what that means. He's a smart man. He's been married to me a long time. So he will say he loves it regardless. But I think that this is going to go perfectly beside his chair in the living room and is going to be a way more durable surface. Let me know if you've done this to tabletops before, giving them the resin coating. I'm loving the look of this, and I don't think it's the last one that I will do. It was definitely the first, but the results definitely lead me down that path again. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one, and until then, take care.